You've probably seen today's guest in everything from 24 to Transformers. He's a 5-time Trek alumni, and Glenn Morshower is taking some time to chat for today's penultimate interview from STLV.
Now in its 7th year of podcasting, this is Trekzone's Vegas or Bus Tour with your host, Matt Miller.
Well, welcome to a Trekzone conversation, continuing STLV coverage throughout August, and I'm now joined today by Mr. Glenn Morshower, regular guest star on the show. Glenn, thanks so much for your time.
Absolutely, I'm honored to be here in Las Vegas.
Now, a regular guest star coming back to shows like Star Trek, 24, Supergirl, too many to name. You know, I was looking at IMDb, there's over 200 credits.
It's ridiculous, is what it is.
And movies like Transformers as well. What's the best franchise, do you think? I mean, that's such a loaded question.
What is the best what?
The best franchise.
I don't know that there's a best one. I mean, I have such a warmth in my heart for my experiences on Star Trek. I did 5 of them playing 5 different characters, which is rare. Usually you're asked back to do the same character. But of all the shows in my career, without a doubt, the show 24 was the one that hit the closest to home. But now, you know, I'm doing another series for Fox Television called The Resident, and I'm finding a lot of love from the fans about that show because it is a heart-driven show. It's not quite the action-packed, somebody gets killed every week type show that 24 was, but we have a lot of fun, and it's a heart-centric show, and the fans, much like the Star Trek fans here, are all kind and caring, and they come up and they want a hug, and they say, we haven't figured out if you're good or bad yet, so they've kind of left that up for grabs, and hopefully we'll learn more about that in season 3. We just got picked up for a 3rd season on Fox Television. Is it playing down in Australia yet?
I don't think I've seen it as yet. It might be on Foxtel, our pay-per-view network, but right. No, it certainly hasn't been on free-to-air, unfortunately, but not a lot of American content is rating for the Australian free-to-air networks, and they're palming it all off to the pay TV stations. Yeah, which is really unfortunate, and it's such a big dynamic change, you know, from a decade ago, maybe even a decade and a half ago, when that's the way we watch television. I'm sure that there are Aussie fans watching it through other means.
No doubt.
That we dare not speak of. But shows like 24 coming back as a Secret Service agent, I mean, that's what I remember.
Of course.
And I remember, that's that guy from Star Trek. And all the other shows as well. Here at STLV, what's been the most common show that people remember you from?
That one, 24. Yeah. And that's why I bring the photo, even though I've got all my Trek photos. The 2 photos that people are responding to most are this and this, because that was my first appearance on Star Trek when I was 30 years old, and I'm 60 now, so it's amazing that it's been that long ago. But again, they're some of the nicest people. I think they may be the nicest breed of people at any of these Comic-Cons all over the country. Now, I have never been to Australia. Never been, but I want to go down there, and I figure that it will either be for a Comic-Con or the strong likelihood that I will go down there because I travel extensively as an inspirational speaker.
All right.
A lot of people know that about me, but acting is truly the second love of my life, and my primary love is inspirational speaking and, frankly, being able to be a facilitator of change in people's lives for the good, whatever it is, any way, shape, or form that they can bring an increased alignment to their lives, more pep to their step, and purposefulness to their walk, then that's what I'm deeply devoted to. And this obviously gives me a global platform from which to do it, which is best case scenario. So I'm a very blessed man.
On Star Trek, what was it like to get that call through the casting agency that they want you back for another role? You know, not a recurring role, but someone else.
Well, I'll tell you, and it's been an inspiration to my students in my acting workshops, because in addition to speaking, I teach acting. I have 5 classes a week, 4 in Dallas and 1 in LA. We base in Dallas mostly, but still have a place in California. And that is that I auditioned for Star Trek 5 times before I ever got the first job.
Oh, wow.
And what that means, though, the good news is you should never be discouraged, because when they ask you back, that is the confirmation that they liked you. They liked what it is you did. And that doesn't mean they're going to cast you for the role, because their mental image of what the role is may differ from what walks into the room. And they see you and they love what you did, but it just doesn't line up. So then when some other opportunity arises, they bring you in again. And once again, it went perfectly. I wouldn't have changed a thing, and I didn't get the job. And went back a total of 5 times, and I said, well, these people are hard to please. That's what I told my agent. And then he called me on the 6th one, and I went in, and nothing was different, and they hired me, and that was for Peak Performance, the episode of Next Generation. And so when they called me back, it was without a read for something different, because they'd seen me in a lot of other shows, and then again and again and again. And with each call, it just felt great. And to have been part of Generations, which is now the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
We shot it in the spring of '94. That's kind of a dream come true for a Star Trek fan, because it's the merger of the old and the new cast. And to get a chance to work with William Shatner and James Doohan and Walter Koenig and just all of those people, it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Absolutely. Glenn, thanks so much for a little bit of your time today here at STLV. And
It's my pleasure.
Thanks for being here.
Love it, mate. Glad to have you. Right?
You can get social with Trekzone. Australia's unofficial home of Star Trek is everywhere you are. Get the wrap-up on our Facebook page. Keep in the loop on Twitter and relive Trek episodes on Instagram. Just search for Trekzone.